So what is your niche? What is your niche, right? Niche, whatever we want to call it. What is your niche? What is your specific target market in your audience? And why is that your specific person that you're talking to? So most people hear the word niche or niche and they think right to themselves, well, I just don't want to pigeonhole myself. I don't want to say that I only work with teachers, or I don't want to say that I only work with coaches. And that makes complete sense, right? But I want to reframe the way that you may think about your marketing by planting this little seed. So when you are scrolling through Instagram and you come across something that you're just so drawn to and you start reading it, it almost makes you want to cry a little because you feel like this person is literally talking to you. This happened for me when I was listening to Project Me with Tiffany, and she kept saying that she's an only child. And for some reason, a lot of people don't think that I'm an only child, but I am an only child. So when she said that, immediately I felt like, wow, she totally gets me. We have very similar backgrounds, right? At least I thought when I first heard that. So it just really made a lot of sense to me to listen to her and listen to her story, because she had probably been in my shoes and she has been in my shoes. So that's the way that you want your marketing to work. So when you think about the people that you talk to online, or the people that you see talking to you online, what are they saying that really hits you in the stomach or hits you in the heart, that you're like, ooh, that just made me really feel something. I felt that deep down, I feel these words. I feel what she's saying. That's what you want to start to incorporate in your marketing. So free value is always at the top of your list. And also including that, hey you, I know how you feel. I know that most of my clients don't like to be on Instagram. I know that most of my clients really don't enjoy Instagram, and how can I make it more beneficial for them 20 minutes a day out of their life to create a life through Instagram, so that they do get general everyday leads, right? And they do have a steady growth and new eyeballs on their content every day in order to expand their network. So just really speaking to your audience, and also finding those problematic moments. So I know exactly who my client is. Like I said, most of the time my client is somebody that needs some guidance on Instagram, or is just feeling like they're spinning their wheels, they're running on a hamster wheel and nothing's working. So I know those problems for my client, and I know the problems that I fix for my client. And now when I'm figuring out who I work with, in the very beginning, this was very difficult, because this really does depend on what the person can afford and what does your product and or service cost, because you really shouldn't be approaching people that just don't need what you have. There's no reason, right? There's a reason why you have an ideal client, and there's a reason why you have a niche, so that you know, okay, this is how my client feels when you're creating your marketing piece. And then that's what happens as you put it out there. More people see it, and more people are drawn to you simply because of how you're marketing, through emotion, through problem solving, through free value. But it really does come down to finding the niche of the person that you're speaking to, and how to really get that right type of tone to communicate with them the correct way. Because the funniest thing about online is, if we say one off word, or if we say something that might just not come across as how we wanted it to come across, it can turn people off immediately. And that's why I help people find those right words to communicate with their client. So when they are reaching out, or when they are starting to develop the relationship, it feels really in alignment for their business and what they do. And it doesn't feel icky or absurd. Our way is really more about relationship building, so that you don't have to feel like you're, spinning on your hamster wheel. So when you think about your niche audience, I'm gonna explain what I really identify my niche audience as, because we work with people in all industries. Right now we have a client that is launching a healthcare app, and we also have a client that does therapy sessions with people that struggle with traumas. So very different, polar opposite, right? But it doesn't matter, because what we are giving them, once we understand their business, once we understand their brand, then we're able to take those words, morph them into a message and or messaging that feels appropriate for their marketing. So that's really what we specialize in. And I know when I'm speaking to you all, if I'm talking about the pain points of hashtags, networking, Instagram, likes, engagement, niching down, I'm speaking to entrepreneurs, right? So that's my niche audience. And then what comes with that is an even smaller niche, right? That can afford my services, that really finds my type of expertise and the things that I teach valuable for their business. So people that I work with will be different from another social media manager, just simply based off of their personalities and the way that they run their business. So what it really comes down to is gaining that confidence to be able to speak directly to your client and really know who that client is really comes with confidence. So as you continue to grow and expand your client database, you just gain more and more market research on that client. I hope that you all enjoyed this tip of the week. If this resonated with you and or you think other people could benefit from hearing this, please share this to your story, share this with a friend, a family member, anybody that's struggling right now, or even just another business owner that might feel really down in the dumps about niching down. Please share this with them to give them some peace of mind that everything that is out there floating around isn't, always exactly what we need to follow. We also need to follow our intuition and what's best for us as business owners. So I hope you all enjoyed this, and I will see you next week.